Hello, hello, hello. I am making this video because I have a little pet peeve I have. One of the things that's a pet peeve is there's a saying that says, that's all you. I mean, basically, it's your responsibility, it's your dilemma, your situation. It's almost the same saying as that saying, it is what it is. And I don't like that saying either because it's the same thing as saying, hey, take this turd sandwich and eat it and enjoy it and ask for another slice. Yes, we are to be responsible as individuals, as men, as women, as adults. Um, when we take actions, there's consequences to our actions. But when somebody says, "That's all you," that's on you. Um, it's frustrating because what you tend to say in that is like, "Hey, I wipe myself clean of this. I don't have anything to do with your mess that happened. Get away from me. You're tainting me." That's when I hear someone says, "Hey, it's all you." That's what I that's implication that I get from a lot of people. Um, Sometimes I've overheard a couple conversations like that with a number of people, and what happens is you tend to see how they're what the reaction is when it comes to other situations. They might say that a lot. Oh, it's all you. That's all. That's on you. Um, then you kind of see how they react when it comes to family members, when it comes to helping other people, when it comes to situations that go down. They end up being the ones that the first to laugh, the last to lend a hand, and you see the fruit. As a Christian, that should be at the very end of what you say, at the very last grasp of what you say. It should be that saying, because it's almost like passing the buck. It's like, hey, I wipe myself clean from this. Is this Pontius Pilate washing his hands from the situation type of deal? And yeah, you technically might not be your fault, but on some level, if you weren't there to help your brother out, your brother in the Lord, if you weren't there to assist in giving your giving godly counsel, not even your counsel, giving godly counsel, giving helpful advice to a person in need, you're like the watchman on the line. The Bible talks about in the book of Ezekiel about the guard at the watchtower who was there and he didn't warn. That's the blood of the blood is on your hands as well. When you're in a situation, you know someone's fallen, someone's drowning in sin, someone's drowning in ugliness and selfishness. I'm just giving general descriptions, okay? When you see somebody doing those things and you refuse to help them, you refuse to acknowledge, hey, this is wrong. This guy needs help. This person is in a world of pain, and I'm just out there just minding my own business. It's not my fault. That's on you. When you do that, you're you, to some level you are responsible, especially if you know that person is in a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. I had a situation recently where a friend of mine was going through some deep stuff, deep stuff, and his situation was a lot of people did one of two things. They either were out there to encourage, support, or the second thing that people would do is just walk away, say, "Hey, that's on you. That's all you," and not shake their head no and just walk. And it's sad when you see Christians do that to other Christians. And I'm like, man, when I was in my hurt and in my pain and my situation, my brothers in Lord, what they did was they surrounded me in prayer. They surrounded me not just in prayer, but actually coming up to me, hey, you know, if you ever need a chance to talk to somebody, if you ever just need someone to listen to what's going on with you, I'm here. And I'm glad that brothers were out there. I'm glad that family members were out there to got my back, not just in prayer, but to got my back in the natural. It wasn't about like that's on you, because what happens is you see a person when they do that, you see how they react when any other situation in their life, whatever, when other things that go on in life, and oh, that's on you, and it's like that's why there's no fruit in your walk. That's why you're struggling with a community of having people that are there to help you out, because you're so much in the situation of you think it's just you and the Lord, us four and no more type of thing. That's why there's situations and dilemmas that you go through, because you don't realize that there are other people outside of your immediate circle of four people, five people. And it's not of accusation, but at the same time, well, Jesus helped the multitudes. And we're not Jesus, but at the same time, we're supposed to be out there with the heart of compassion. It's supposed to be out there with the heart of saying, hey, you know what? Let me bring healing to this limb that's broken in the spiritual, in the emotional. Maybe a limb like Jesus, he prayed for people and their hands were restored. They were like fully grown limbs are restored. And maybe that might not happen, but with our hearts, maybe someone's hurting in their heart. They're going through some stuff that's so bad, and it's just ridiculously bad. All they got out there is a Christian out there that's out there to just love on them where they are, not where they should be, because none of us are really where we should be. We should be saints in heaven with no sin in our lives, with no attitude problems, with nothing hindering our walk with the Lord. But because we're human, we're flesh, because we're made of skin and bones, because we're going to go from dust to dust at one in the future. We're not perfect, and when I've heard Christians say that, that's on you, that's all you, it saddens me because it shows where they really are. But until next time, God bless you. Take care.